Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. This is our conclusion, so week 12 of our $45 grocery budget challenge and pantry build. 3 months, so 12 weeks, is a substantial and adequate amount of time to show in an extended period you really can eat well and also build your pantry on a very minimal budget. And yes, I took advantage of store incentive rewards programs. I used coupons. I watched for items on sale in the flyer. I watched for in-store specials. I watched for clearances because realistically, anybody that is working with a really small and tight budget, they're really going to do those things. If they have an opportunity to get points and then redeem the points for groceries, they're going to do that. This is a real life scenario. We actually ate those meals. We ate that food. Yes, I have other supplies that are in my house, but we weren't using them. So I'm actually a little bit glad that we are done because there's lots of stuff that I've accumulated over time. And you'll be able to see at the end of the video. Stay tuned and you will see just what I've accumulated. So keep in mind, we've eaten really well the past 12 weeks and this is what we have left over. Check the end of the video for that. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Flat out, I'm over budget and I still have a little bit to go. Now I'm going to tell you why I made this decision. It was intentional. I was away for work last week, and when you're away, sometimes that gives you, when you're out of your normal or regular area, it gives you the opportunity to go to stores or locations that you wouldn't normally be driving to in your day-to-day. There is a discount store in Dartmouth, so that is a central hub in the province. And the discount store is called Gateway. And I follow them on social media. I often see their discounts. I've only been there twice myself, but I had the opportunity to stop there on my way home. And I decided to do a little bit of a stockpile just because of the prices. I am at $50.48. There's still a few things that I do need to buy, and I'm going to show you my mistake. So first off, the crispy minis were on for 97 cents. I got 3 of the rice cakes original and 3 of the little mini individuals that are sour cream and onion. I got Harvest Crunch cereal for $2.97, and these Jell-O pudding cups were 47 cents. So that is pretty fantastic price-wise. There's 4 in the package, so that makes it at about 12.5 cents per snack. That's very, very reasonable. And honestly, I should have gotten a few more. I was interested in these weird poutine craft dinner cups. I've never had a craft dinner cup before. Sometimes I am looking for a quick lunch. These came in cases of 10s. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I didn't want to get a whole case. So I asked my sister and she decided that she wanted to go splits on it. So the case was $4.97. That means that I paid under $2.50 for these 5. So 50 cents a lunch, and I'm hoping I'm going to like them. This is one of the places where I splurged. I'm always looking for lunch snacks. I have had granola bars on my list for the past couple weeks, but there hasn't really been a great opportunity. These boxes of 40 granola bars, so 20 apple, 10 strawberry, 10 peach, 40 granola bars for $7.97. We did the math and it worked out to 20 cents a bar. I think that is extremely reasonable. So I went ahead and splurged and bought 2 boxes of them. I got salmon. So this is breaded honey and chipotle salmon, $4.36 for those 3 pieces, and they're pretty substantial sizes. Sour cream was 97 cents. The green peppers worked out to $1.19. This is where my fail was. So there was a big sign on the pears, and I thought it said 97 cents a pound. I picked out these four, and in reality, they weigh together about a pound and a half. So I thought I was going to be paying about $1.50 for these four pears. And when I reviewed my receipt after, and I'll be 100% honest, it was chaotic. When I go to a location like this, I don't just think for myself, but I think for my family members as well. I let them know that I was going because it's out of the regular location for all of us. So I had some lists where I was picking up items for other people as well. So in the grand scheme of the bill, I kind of lost track. It was very busy. And when I reviewed the receipt after, they were 97 cents each. So yeah, $3.88 for four pears is not a great value. That's not something that I would regularly pay. If I was going to pay $4, I'd rather have a bag of apples, which I can get at my local produce. Avery's has that very regularly. So anyways, that was a mistake. Won't do that again. I'll pay a little closer attention. I got this big package of hash brown patties for $5.97. These oranges came home with me from the training I did. There was some breakfasts provided, and each day, actually, I popped one of these oranges in my bag because I thought that I was going to eat it later in the day, and I didn't. So we have two oranges, and then I bought this huge package of ham, smoked Black Forest ham, so you can see how much is in here. Quite a lot. It's two packages of 500 grams each, so it's a kg of ham, and it was $7.97. We're still doing renovations. We have lots of work that's going on, and having options for sandwiches and quick meals is just really helpful to us right now, so I just went ahead and got that. I know my budget is supposed to be $45. I know there is no possible way that I would be getting those granola bars or that many granola bars for that price. So this is kind of a little stockpile for me. And even though I have a budget, I'm sensible enough to know that when these opportunities present themselves to me, it makes sense for me, my family, and the way we eat to go a little bit over budget this 1 week so that I can have access to these supplies in the future at the amazing deal that they were. Some things I still want to get. I'd like to get bananas. I haven't been home that long, and I really haven't done a huge inventory of the fridge. I think we have some tomatoes left and a tiny bit of English cucumber, but I want to make sure that we do have tomatoes and English cucumber. So if there's not much in there, those are definitely going to be on my grocery list. I know there's some blueberries left in there from last week, depending on what fresh fruit. I would like to get a little more fresh fruit than just those four pears and those two oranges. I'm really happy with this. I don't even feel bad that I'm slightly over budget and I'm going to be a little bit more over budget because the prices that I was able to get are just so fantastic. I mean, the green peppers, $1.19, that's crazy. Sour cream, 97 cents, that's crazy. These, I'm definitely having some remorse that I didn't get more of those. Those are going to be gone like hotcakes in this house. Anyways, definitely let me know your thoughts on when an opportunity presents itself and it is going to put you over budget, but not by a huge amount. Would you do it? Yes or no? Blackberry smoothies for lunch. The handsome one assisted me and made these. They're pretty thick. Goulash leftovers, still hanging on. We are going to have a taco salad for supper tonight. We'll use the half a pound of ground beef that we split up, I don't know, several weeks ago. The last of the nacho chips. I have this much left, not tons, of the taco seasoning. And then this taco seasoning that came from Bulk Barn. Onions, tomatoes. I'm excited about this. I love taco salad. The ground beef is cooking. I've got the lettuce in. I can't remember if I put the chips in first and the ground beef on top, or if I put the ground beef in and sprinkle these on top. I don't know if it really matters. The ground beef is cooking. I've got the lettuce in. I can't remember if I put the chips in first and the ground beef on top, or if I put the ground beef in and sprinkle these on top. I don't know if it really matters. This turned out great. We ended up putting the nacho chips directly on top of the lettuce. We put the ground beef, the taco meat, on top of the shells. Then we topped it with cheese, topped the cheese with tomato. We're garnishing it with avocado. So each of us have half of an avocado. And we have sour cream and salsa to garnish per our personal tastes. I'm making some dip. This is sour cream and mayo mixed together with some of the spices, and I'm going to have it with some of my chips. These are bumbleberry smoothies today. They had raspberries, cherries, and strawberry jam, and also spinach. English muffin sandwiches. And just because I was really curious, the 40 value pack here at Superstore of the granola bars is $14.49. And down here is the empty space for the fruity ones that I got for $7.97. I picked up a few more things to add to my little bit over budget. I went into Sobeys. I got the English cucumber for 99 cents. The coleslaw pack was on for $1.99. I wanted to get this. We are eating sandwiches and hamburgers. Not only are these convenience and fast for us because we're doing the renovations and that works well, but the hamburgers are taking up space in our freezer and we are actively trying to eat that down. So having some things for some quick sides with it is just a really good idea. I redeemed a few fast fuel coupons. You can see here, the total was $2.98. I redeemed $1.43 and $1.21, and the total left cash was 34 cents. So very reasonable. And I got these little croissants just to have as an alternative. I mean, I am making hamburger buns. I use the same recipe to make bread. So to just keep things a little bit different, I thought I'd pick these up. The tag said 50% off of $3.49, but when they rang in, they actually rang in at $2.94. So 50% off of that worked out to $1.47. Tonight we are going to have home fries, hamburgers on the barbecue, and I'm going to make some coleslaw for supper. I've got my cabbage diced up, and there's enough left in the package for another time to make it. And I'm going to mix it with the mayo, salt and pepper. This turned out good. I'm going to let it chill for a bit. Cooking the burgers, and these are the regular beef only ingredient burgers from Sobeys that we got. Hamburgers, home fries, and coleslaw for supper. The handsome one wanted to have a little bit of sauce to dip his fries in because he doesn't like ketchup. So he just used some spices and some mayo, and he actually put that on his burger as well. Lunch today is ham croissant sandwiches and an orange. We're having burgers again for supper tonight. I am trying to think of some alternate sides to have. I'm going to make a summer salad with some diced cucumber, tomato, avocado, some corn, some pepper, and I'll mix a little bit of spices in with some of the canola oil and maybe a little bit of lemon juice with it. So here it is. Quite a mixture of a bunch of different things. I'm actually excited. This is going to be a nice change. Jalapeno burgers and a summer salad for supper. Ham sandwiches on croissants again for lunch today. Today I used spinach and I've added a pickle on the side with the orange. And I actually think I'm going to heat mine. I have a little bit of cheese on it, which I didn't put on yesterday. So I think I'm going to try to melt the cheese and have it a little bit like a melt. I've been complaining about freezer space for a couple of weeks now. We are actively eating hamburgers because they are easy and quick while we are still doing renovations. But I was thinking, what else could I eat out of there that would help give us a little more space? And we are going to do a little rotisserie chicken tonight. The chicken turned out amazing. Potatoes for mashed potatoes and carrots to go with our little chicken dinner. Chicken dinner with mashed potatoes, carrots, and leftover coleslaw. And lots of chicken left over for more delicious meals. Ham and croissant sandwiches again, final day. These are the last of the croissants. And I really feel that was a wonderful value for that ham. I second guessed myself when I bought it initially. It was good product, lots of it. Really, really pleased that I got that. Anyways, today we are having sweet treats with them. We're having the little Jello pudding cups and a pickle on the side. I enjoyed heating mine yesterday, so I am going to do that again today. Melt the cheese. I am considering two things for tonight. This pea meal bacon. So this is one of the items we've had in there almost maybe like week 3 of the challenge, I think. Got it super inexpensively, $1.78. I had the idea that this would be amazing in a scalloped potato. But when I don't make scalloped potatoes very often, we have the chicken leftovers from last night. So I was thinking that this would be the perfect time to make scalloped potatoes as a great side to go with it. So I've got this out. I'm still undecided, but I'm pretty sure that's what I want to do. And then I also have set this spinach out 100%. I am going to make a dip for us to have for later tonight for a snack. Spinach dip with some of the sour cream that we have and mayo and some spices. Okay, I used my mandolin slicer to get the potatoes ready. I am going to do the same thing with the pea meal bacon. This is a lot. It's going to be way too much just for this, so I think I will just pan cook the rest up to have for whatever else. And I am going to use the cream of mushroom soup for the majority of the sauce. So I have 2 layers of each. I'm using way more of the pea meal bacon than what I was initially thinking. This is probably going to be more like a main meal with perhaps some other vegetable as a side. Kind of, it turned into, instead of the side, the main dish. Sometimes that happens. I have the soup. In this bowl, I added some water, a small amount of almond milk, and I'm just going to add that in and bake it on 350. This is after an hour and a half at 375. I am going to put some breadcrumbs on top of this. I'm going to put it back in and cook it until they brown. This smells delicious. I added the breadcrumbs on top, and as you can see, I grated a teeny little bit of cheese and I put that on top as well. And I decided that we would have broccoli as the side. This looks delicious. I actually can't wait to try it. It smells so good. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give this a try today. I find it interesting that it says no artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives, because that's not exactly what I think of when I think of craft dinner. So I'm going to try this. I've never made a craft dinner cup before, ever, let alone a poutine flavored craft dinner cup. So we're going to try. It said to remove the cover and take the little sauce packet out. That looks like a lot of salt in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know what that is. It must be salt. It must be. It said to add water to the fill line. I don't know if you can see that. The fill line. Right there it says add water to the fill line. And on the outside of the cup it says that powder in the cup is needed. Instructions said cook on 3.5 minutes on high in the microwave or until pasta is ready. I went on the lower side, so I stopped at 3 minutes just to check it, and it's ready. It said not to drain it. And we're just going to add the sauce and stir it in. That extra liquid is needed to make the sauce. Okay, it smells good. It smells like gravy. I've literally never had a craft dinner cup before. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to try it. I was a bit nervous to try this because I read some reviews before I purchased this, and they were pretty harsh, like saying that it was disgusting and horrible. And I took a risk because I love craft dinner. It's probably the worst processed item that I actually eat, and I love it. And I also love poutine. So I thought, well, for 50 cents a piece and splitting this case with my sister, I just want to see what they're like. I actually quite like it. Horrible. You guys are probably going to slam me for that, but it's pretty tasty. And for a 50-cent lunch paired with, I don't know, yogurt or a fruit or something like that, I'd be very satisfied with this as a lunch. I like it. Final review. Today we have a combination of leftovers from more than one meal that just need to get eaten up. We have chicken, summer salad, carrots, and mashed potatoes. This just gives an idea of some of the food. This is freezer and fridge items. There are still freezer items downstairs that I never brought up, and I didn't bring any leftovers or there's like some cut tomatoes in there, a half of an avocado, none of the partially don't really want to move that out stuff. We've got left some shrimp, salmon, chicken burgers, hash brown patties, 2 club packs of sausages, a pound of lean ground veal. Oh, the hamburgers. So the top box there is open, and inside of that box we shoved the last one or two burgers of the box of jalapeno burgers. So this one, and this one are not opened. 2 whole chickens, broth, some broth pucks here, ham, chicken breast, pork chop. These are my famous 1.5 meatballs. Listen, you make different choices when your supplies are really limited at the beginning when you're building. And to have an extra ingredient on a pizza or something, nachos that we were making, even if it was just a single serving for one person, it's nice to have that option without having to open up a 3/4 of a pound, or a 1/2 pound of ground beef. We've got green beans, frozen peppers, mixed vegetables, broccoli, peas, and up here for fruit, we have blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, and cherries left. For fridge items, we have lettuce. There's some of the English muffins, mustard and ketchup. We have celery, a 1/2 package of beef broth. There's pickles. There is almond milk. We've got whole green peppers, an orange pepper. We have onions, 2 pears, carrots. We have mayo, barbecue sauce, soy sauce, yogurt, Jello cups. We've got some eggs. There's not very many left in there. 2 pears, 2 avocados. We have the coleslaw pack. There's 1 2/3 of cream cheese. In this is the leftover piece of the pea meal bacon that I didn't cook in the casserole. In this beeswax, there is cheese. This is 1/2 of the cold cut ham, the cheap Bob's bacon, the cucumber. There's just so much. In the fridge for leftovers, I know there is the leftover scalloped potato casserole. There's still mashed potatoes, carrots, and chicken left from our chicken dinner. There is some cut vegetables. Trying to think what else. Tons of dry goods left. We have flour, oatmeal, rice cakes, granola bars, and there's just not enough space up here, so one entire package of these 40 packs is downstairs in our pantry. There's oil, spices, crackers, beans. Oh, I cleaned out my desk at work the other day, and I found this little goldfish package from last fall. Harvest Crunch, what's behind here? Rice-a-roni, pasta-roni, stovetop. Oh, there's that 40 pack. Beef broth, what's in behind here? We have pasta sauce and canned vegetables and an entire package of specialty rice. Down here, there's pasta, little rice cakes. Oh yes, more mayo, honey, there, oat nog. Great Value brand macaroni and cheese, potatoes, some of the soups that I got. I want to thank everybody so much for staying tuned for these last 12 weeks. I hope you learned something, or I hope that perhaps if you thought this wasn't something that you could do, or that you couldn't have a budget that was so little. And granted, if I had more people in the house, my budget wouldn't be this little. We were loosely going at $22.50 a person approximately. So if there was more people, I would just add that again for each additional person and continue to look for the deals, look for the specials, look for every way that I can get more for my money, because that's how you need to shop to not have an exorbitant grocery bill and to be able to eat well and enjoy the things that you want. Anyways, I'm not sure what's going to come next. We do have a milestone birthday coming up in the house next week. So we are definitely going to be doing some special things. It'll be really great to have access to all of the food that I had that's kind of outside of the plan, because there's some things in there that I perhaps might want to take advantage of for the birthday celebration. And I want to buy some special stuff too. So stay tuned to see what's next with Adventures in Groceryland.